3. Hello and welcome to Little Woolly Things. Joy, I think your face is getting cut off a little bit on the edge. We might need to scoot a little bit closer together. Okay, we have an extra with us today. I suppose I should introduce myself first. My name is Wendelica Ann Klein.
And I'm Wendelica Joy Klein.
And this is...
Justin Klein. What was my middle name? Justin Christopher Klein. I have 2 middle names.
Justin's confused about his whole name because his sisters always make up extra middle names for him.
Justin William Walkerstaff, Christopher Klein, Mr. Mary's Kirk, Bacon Cheeseburger Klein.
Anyway, this is Justin. This is Joy. I'm Wendy. And this is the Little Woolly Things podcast. We are mostly talking about knitting and crochet, and we'll talk about a little coffee and some other stuff, you know, because life is not just knitting. Imagine that.
Except for when you're living a life of knitting, there's still. And except for knitting, there's nothing else than knitting and knitting.
Well, that's not true. There's lots of stuff besides knitting.
When you're
knitting.
Oh, when
you're knitting, there's nothing else than knitting. But in the world, there are lots of other things than knitting.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
There are lots of things out there that you could do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We just
like you could go to the moon.
You could go to the moon.
Like,
I suppose.
Like, that's my kind of person.
Yep, Justin wants to go to the moon someday.
I probably want to be an inventor when I grow up.
That would be
or
super
an
awesome.
engineer or something
like
that. I'm very interested in technology, apparently.
Apparently. Okay. So, you can find Little Woolly Things on Etsy, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. And I also have a Little Woolly Things podcast group on Ravelry. So if you have not checked that out, you might stop by and introduce yourself, and I will stop in and say howdy. My Ravelry group isn't very active, and that is mostly my own fault. But if you would like to drop by and say hello, I will certainly see that and respond. We are coming to you from rural Oregon along the mighty Umpqua River, and I can't give you an exact city name because we don't live inside the city limits of any city. So anyway, we live along the Umpqua River. It is beautiful here, and we really like being here.
Yeah, especially because we live in the woods. So
we live in the woods. Yeah.
There's someone to be explorer and inventor.
I'm interested in a lot of stuff.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Okay, can we get back to the podcast now? Thank you. So since our last episode, we've had a bunch of stuff going on. I have been doing a lot of knitting, but I haven't done a lot that I can show off. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we've been doing besides knitting, because there are things to do other than knitting, right?
Yeah, like a little rehearsal.
Yeah. The kids just started rehearsals for the Fort Umpqua Days pageant. They're going to be on stage in costume, singing songs, and
we just got
doing
fitted
play.
for costumes today.
Yep, they got their costumes today. Everyone's excited. Yep, I have to do a little bit of repair to one of the shirts, but it's a simple repair.
Because when I was trying to take it off, I accidentally ripped it a little.
Yeah, so we gotta fix it. It ripped right along the seam. It'll be fine. We also had a gender reveal party, or we went to the gender reveal party for my older son and his wife and their new baby that will be coming to join us in January, and discovered that we are going to be having a little granddaughter. So that's exciting. I'm going to be planning a baby blanket for her soon. We also, since the last podcast episode, had achievement testing for 2 of the kids, and just got the results back from that yesterday, and they did pretty well. They did pretty well. They did fine. So anyway, that was just, another big thing that had to happen. It has to happen every year. My 2 children up from Joy. Older daughter Noelle just got her driver's license yesterday. That was a huge thing. So now maybe I won't have to do all of the errands. When she has a dog sitting / house sitting gig, she can drive herself. Yay, that'll be good. It'll be even better when she gets her own car, then she won't have to take my car. Let's see, other than that, we've been canning, we've been making applesauce, apple pie filling, we've been baking apple crisp, we've been using up apples every way we can think of. And we made some what we call blue barble sauce, which is apple, rhubarb, and blueberry. And that's always a treat, yes. We put extra sugar in the blue barble sauce, so it's yummy. The other big thing that happened since the last podcast episode was baptisms. We had my 3 youngest kids all decided to be baptized, so that was awesome. We went down to the river, which is only just a short way from our house, and a bunch of people from our church all had made decisions to be baptized, so that was exciting. Yeah, well, that's, I think, all of the stuff worthy of mention since the last podcast.
And Mommy got a microphone for our camera because she's going to be recording at the play we're in.
So maybe you can hear us better.
I hope that you can hear us better.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I'm going to be experimenting with microphone level settings and things in the next few podcasts, unless this, just happens to be perfect the way I have it set up right now. We shall see, but it is exciting to have some new equipment and hopefully have just, a little bit better quality to our podcasts. Okay, so we're going to talk about finished objects. I'm going to jump right into it. I think
This finished. This isn't technically finished.
it's not technically finished. Oh, I thought you
Not
were
well,
finished.
because no, I mean it's not. It is finished, but I need the fabric on the next.
I know. Would you like to show it off?
So I guess
Okay, we'll start with Joy's finished object
it's not that big. Okay.
that Justin's pulling off the couch.
It's not close. It's
Okay,
supposed
were
to
you
be
still
a-
working on this on our last podcast episode?
It's supposed to be a
2 episodes
flower.
ago?
I don't know how
when we were
it's a
sitting
flower.
on the deck last time.
Yeah,
Was when I first last time.
right. Well, show it off to the camera.
Okay. So
Show it off to everybody.
Oh, you want to take the blanket and everything?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can really see it. Okay. So the thing
You
I
have
was
to
working
look
on.
that way.
This thing I was working on a couple podcasts ago, I finished it, and it looks like this. This is my tulip flower thing, and right now I have a blanket behind it because it needs some fabric behind it to actually, for you to be actually able to see the design. So yeah, that's my thing. Walking around.
And you crocheted that with
Yes, with
red heart yarn, I think?
red heart yarn. It was, I think so. Red heart yarn. And
It is a filet crochet design.
Filet crochet design. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I have no idea what that
And what are you going to do with that, Joy?
I have no idea.
But you want to put some fabric behind it so that the
Yeah.
design shows better.
Yep.
Okay. So is it maybe going to go on your wall? Or are you going to make it into part of a blanket?
I have nothing
A
to show
blanket
off.
takes a really long time. But putting it on the wall might be nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have one finished object that I can show off, which is kind of, I don't know. I'll tell you the story behind this. My mom called and she told me that she would like socks because her toes get cold, but when she wears socks, her feet get too hot and they get all sweaty. So she wanted something that would just go over her toes so that her toes wouldn't be cold. So it's only like a part of a sock that she wants. And so I was imagining just a little thing to fit over the end of her foot, and I thought that's not going to stay on. So I came up with this idea to make it like a yoga sock with a toe. So it has a cuff. Hopefully you can see that. And it has the body of the foot and the toe, but no heel, okay? And just a short cuff because she doesn't want to overheat her feet. So, no, I'm going to send that to Grandma. So I made her these. I'm going to call them toe cozies. And we'll see if she likes them. I hope that she likes them. These are Knit Picks. Oh goodness, I'm not coming up with the name of it right now. I will insert that at the bottom of the screen here because as soon as I turn off the camera, I'll remember the name of the yarn. It's one that I use a lot. It's a sock yarn. It's their basic sock yarn, 75-25 superwash wool and nylon. And I bet if I look back in my notes, I can find it, but I don't know. Anyway, I will just put it at the bottom of the screen. And if I get around to making show notes, which I've been really lazy about lately, I'll put it in there. Anyway, Stroll is their Stroll hand paint. Okay, so anyway, I don't remember the name of the colorway, but I'll find it. So these are toe cozies for my mom, and I hope that she likes them. I think maybe the gauge is a little bit loose, so I'll probably make her another pair with a smaller needle size. I think I used size 4s maybe on this. It was just one of those things. I grabbed a ball of yarn and I just threw it in my bag and used whatever needles I happened to have in my bag to make this. So yeah, I'm going to send these off to my mom and I will let you all know what she thinks of them after she gets them. I had another project that I finished, which was another pair of socks, but those ones were a special order for somebody, and as soon as I had them done, I gave them to her, so I can't show them off. But anyway, she loved those, and that was nice. Let's see, do we have anything else finished that we can show off? Anything? No? Do we have any things that we're working on?
I do.
You do? Okay, Joy's got a whip. Let's see your whip. Oh, and Joy is drinking, what are you drinking, Joy?
Apple cider.
Hot apple cider. It's nice to have a little bit cooler weather so we can drink hot apple cider. And I am drinking cold brew coffee made with a blend of Colombian beans and Mexican beans. And I put some cinnamon Da Vinci syrup in it. It's very, very yummy.
Can I taste it?
I am making a hat. I'm crocheting a hat that I was making last year for my oldest sister that's in the house right now, for Christmas. I was making it for her for last Christmas. I didn't quite get it done.
You might be too close to the microphone up there.
Maybe.
Justin, come here, please.
Okay, so this is my hat. I'm almost done with it. Not quite though, just a little hole. So I'm hoping to get that done by this Christmas if I can remember to work on it. So this is my hat. Well, my soon to be my sister's hat. This is my hat. Not quite done yet. But I don't remember the yarn it's made out of. Anything about it really, but I remembered on this part right here. I actually used 2 different yarns and I just put them together to make that. Yeah. So that is the thing I'm working on. The hat.
Cool. I think that's just yarn from my stash that somebody had given to me, so I don't know much about that one. I don't think it had a ball band on it or anything, did it?
Not that I remember.
No, so that's mystery yarn.
Mystery yarn.
Mystery yarn.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got a bunch of whips. I have 2 though that are fairly secret that I can't show off yet.
Because they're Christmas presents?
No, they're not Christmas presents.
Darn.
I do have some Christmas presents to work on, but these are not those. Okay, but I can show off my swatch for one of them. And I think I will bring this a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it. So I have been having fun with the cables. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of the actual kind of a close-up of the actual project that this swatch is for, and just a little bit of you know, just kind of being amazed that not only can I knit cables, I can fix mistakes in cables, because I did have a mistake that I needed to fix. And you can't even tell that there was ever a mistake made. It makes me so happy. And just to think that I can even design cables, it blows me away what we can do with 2 sticks and string, really. Which is why I love knitting. There's just so many possibilities, and I'm constantly being amazed by it. It thrills me. I love knitting a lot.
Hi.
Yes, dear. Can you have some apple cider? Yeah, you can go make yourself some apple cider. Okay. So, oh, you're gonna go too? Okay. Alrighty. So anyway, this project is rather large, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to have it finished and ready for test knitters and tech editing and photography and all of that. Just because this project it's not really been backburnered, but it has been relegated to slot number 2 when it comes to my knitting time. So this is the one that I work on after the kids are in bed. And I've got some quiet time to work. The design in the number 1 spot is my other secret project that I really don't want to tell you too much about until it's ready to be revealed, because it's going to be stunning, and I'm so excited about it. This is a collaboration with Kayla of Whips on Sticks. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, if you have not checked it out yet, go look at Kayla's Instagram, Whips on Sticks on Instagram, or check out her website, which is whipsonsticks.com, and look at her yarn advent calendar. She's got a really neat advent calendar planned for this year, and I think she said she has only 2 available as of this morning, so you might want to get on that quickly. Alrighty, let's see. The other thing I've been working on is a redesign of my website. So if you haven't been there in a while, you might want to stop by and check out littlewoollythings.com. It's gotten a recent new look, and I am working on adding some really exciting stuff. It's going to be a long-term project, so check back every once in a while if you think of me and see what's going on in there. I'm going to try really hard to make the time to actually do the work on that. I do not have an IT department, it's just me. So as I have time, things will get done. Okay, so now we are moving on to acquisitions, which is all the stuff that I have acquired or purchased since the last podcast that has anything to do with knitting or crochet. Oh, you know what? The other thing we could have shown off is the painting that we've done.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't even think about painting.
Oh.
Okay.
What about everybody's painting?
So while she is getting her painting to show off, I am going to show off my latest acquisitions.
Can I get my painting?
I think yours is up too high for you to reach.
I could do. I think I can reach it if I.
You might have Noelle help you. Okay, so I went into JoAnn's recently. Oh, maybe we should do paintings first and then yarn stuff. Okay. Do you need a hand, Joy? You look like you could use a hand. Okay. Okay, show off yours first.
Okay, I'm painting something. It is not looking anything like the picture of what I was trying to make it, but you know, that's how paintings start out.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is the thing I'm trying to make it. Whoop, it goes the other way. Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to make this thing look like.
So it's okay if you have to work on it, you know, over time and make little adjustments and things. That's how we learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Just by taking some time to step back and think about it, mix colors, adjust colors, put in details. Okay, Justin has his
Hang on, I'll go
painting.
get your...
Okay, there's Justin's painting.
It's supposed to be the Northern Lights.
Yep, the northern lights over some silhouetted trees. You got the night sky. Are you gonna put some stars up in the sky?
Well, that's how it was in the picture anyway. But you know, it's not quite finished. We don't have the trees on the other side of the painting finished.
So Justin is having a lot of help with that painting.
Yes.
Justin actually hasn't done much of that painting himself. He's had Noelle help him.
He didn't do really anything on the painting.
He did a little. He did a little.
So that's
Okay.
Justin's painting.
Okay, and put your paintings away so they don't get messed up.
Dun, dun, dun,
All right, so mine is here, and it is also a work in progress. It has some areas that are close to finished, and then others that are very much not, hardly touched. So I have worked on it a couple times. Okay, thank you. I haven't really touched this area right here very much. I really like painting water, so of course I focused on the water first, and these fall trees, all of this bright red foliage, which also has some purple in it and some gold. That really caught my eye and drew me to this particular landscape. So anyway, it still has a lot of refining, and like I said, this whole area needs to be worked on. But it's coming along, and if you follow me on Instagram, you can see the progress as I make it, because I've been posting pictures each time I work on it of how far it's come. And thank you. And so I don't have a title for this or anything. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see some details. I really like those rocks up there in the distance.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm pretty happy with that water. Justin. The reflections I still need to work on. I got the red part in, but I haven't put the gold in. Haven't gotten much of the purple. Need some more of that deep blue in there. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I like the way these leaves have come out. I still need to do some branches under the leaves. But anyway, that makes me happy. I haven't painted in a long time. It's been almost 5 years since I painted last, so it's kind of fun to be getting started on it again. Okay, so now we can do acquisitions. I was at JoAnn's recently. I don't remember exactly when. And they happened to have this Deborah Norville collection, Serenity soft weight yarn, on clearance. And I got these. Do you want to show them off closer to the camera? Those are a 50% superwash merino wool, 25% viscose from bamboo, and 25% nylon. So I am going to have some fun making a pair of socks out of those. I think they're going to be just gorgeous. The other thing, well, the next thing that I'm going to show you that I got is actually some interfacing. And you're going to say, what does that have to do with knitting? Well, actually, I have been toying with the idea of making some bags for quite a while. And one of my Etsy friends, Edna May, who is the owner of TheMaineCoonCat on Etsy, she's having this huge de-stash sale. So if you are interested in anything fabric or sewing related, check out TheMaineCoonCat on Etsy, because she has some great deals right now on her de-stash stuff. So I got this interfacing. It's kind of a medium weight, I think. I think that was what I got, the medium weight interfacing. So I'm going to play with this and some bag designs. I came up with a couple different bag patterns that I want to play with. And when I have something that I can show you, I will certainly show it off here on the podcast. All right. I also put in a small order at yarn.com, which is Webb's Yarn. And I got this Southampton 72% kid mohair, 28% mulberry silk. You want to bring that?
Kid hair.
Kid mohair and mulberry silk, not kid hair.
Kid hair.
Kid mohair.
You're taking hair from
Hi.
Yeah. I got two skeins of that. Okay, Justin, bring it back here. I also got this one, which is Charlemont. And what does the label say the yarn content is on that, the fiber content? Can you read it? Does it say on the front or on the back? It might be on the back of the tag. Turn the tag over. You see. All right, I gotta teach you how to read yarn labels, Justin. Okay, so it says 60% fine superwash merino, 20% mulberry silk, 20% polyamide. And this is the honey gold colorway. And I just thought, merino, mulberry silk, honey gold, mohair mulberry silk in this kind of an off-white, whoop, would be super dreamy together. And then I also got this, which is a 214 alpaca silk lace weight yarn on a cone. And there's just a ton of yardage on that. Let me see if it says on my receipt how much. Nope, it doesn't say. But it's a lot. This is lace weight. It's a lot. I am going to have so much fun with this. I love Webb's 214 alpaca silk. I've got some in a tan color and in a dark cocoa brown that I made my what's it called? My big lace shawl. I want to say solstice, but that's not right. Equinox. Vernal Equinox shawl. Anyway, it was a lot of fun to work with, and you wouldn't think that lace weight could split, but actually this 2-ply does. It's not plied super tightly, so it's got a nice halo to it. It's very fine, and it does split a little, but if you're paying attention to what you're doing, it's really not a problem. And I love working with this, so I was happy to get a natural color of that. And I think that's all I have to talk about in my recent acquisitions, besides the microphone that I got.
Oh yeah, the microphone that we're using right now, so we can't show you.
Yeah, we can't show it off, but I could maybe take a picture of it and insert it. So we'll see if I get that far.
Okay, what next?
Okay, now we're going to talk about my recent podcast discovery. And that is Jade of the Mischief Maker podcast. She's brand new. She's got 4 whole episodes out, and they've all been very nice to watch. Jade is a sewist bag maker, and she also does knitting and yarn dyeing, and she's also a mom, and it's kind of nice to hear her talking about her kids and the things that they're doing, and she's working on knitting down her stash a bit, and so getting some of her whips done, which is always a good thing to do. And so yeah, go check out Jade's podcast.
Podcast. Yeah.
Go check out Jade's podcast. It's very nice, and I hope that she continues with that. And the other one, the last thing I want to talk about is my latest attempt at getting myself in shape. I started doing yoga again, and I don't have the time or the inclination to go join a yoga class when I live like a 40-minute drive outside of town. So I do yoga at home, and I have checked out a bunch of yoga classes or yoga instruction videos on YouTube, and I've been really impressed with Eric Motz, who is Bad Yogi. If you are interested in doing some very beginner-friendly yoga videos, Eric Motz has a huge selection. So it is definitely worth checking out if you're interested in doing some yoga. She doesn't get all weird, into the spiritual stuff that can go along with a yoga class, I think. But she is very into helping people to just get their bodies into the best shape that their bodies can be. Healthy living and, doing things that make you happy and fulfilled and feeling good in your own skin. So shout out to Eric Motz of Bad Yogi. And I think that is all we have to talk about today. I feel like this has been a really short episode, but I've been knitting my little fingers off on things that I can't show you. So that kind of limits what I can do. Yep, I think that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful next 3 weeks. Enjoy all of your crafting in whatever forms that might take. If you live in Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, I hope that the smoke isn't too bad where you are. California, the fires have been pretty awful, and it's pretty hazy around here. But we are getting by, and I'm very thankful for all the firefighters working their tails off to get all of that under control. My son being one of them, my older son. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the podcast. If you liked what you saw, I hope that you will hit that like button, and if you're interested in seeing more, hit the subscribe button, and we'll be around in a few more weeks for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Good